Hi guys, welcome back. I'm sneaking off tonight to show you how to use the box it in subtraction method using 3-digit numbers minus 2-digit numbers. The first example we have here, 896 minus 25. I put it here so I could show you, just like I tell my students, nobody wants to do more work than they have to. So what you really want to do before you start to subtract using any method is you just want to go ahead and check the digits. For example, when I look here in the ones place, 6 minus 5, I know that I have enough to subtract, and so I wouldn't have to do any work to any extra steps to kind of find the difference between those numbers. Then I want to look in my tens place. I have 9 minus 2. I have enough to subtract. There's no work to do there. And in the hundreds place, of course, there's no work. 8 minus 0. So we know what that is. So in this case, we don't really have to do any extra work. We just need to subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. 9 minus 2, or as we know, 90 minus 20 equals 70. And 800 minus nothing, or 0, equals 800. So that problem didn't require us to use any methods or any box it in strategy. Good, let's go ahead and try another example together, and please forgive me, my camera is acting crazy tonight. The next problem we're going to try is 963, and we want to take away 76. Okay. And we want to make sure the ones, the tens, and the hundreds are lined up nice and neat so that we're able to really show our work. Okay. So we're going to start by looking, and we know that in the ones place, if we have 3, we don't have enough to take 6. So we know that there's going to have to be some work. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite this so that we can do the work. We keep the top number, 963, and I'm going to start in the ones place by taking, that's right, take 6. Now, as we already know, 3 doesn't have enough that we can take 6. So what we do with the boxing in method is we box in the next place with that number. That turns that 3 into 63. Now we can do 63 minus 6. And again, if my students need it, I tell them to make their dots out here so they can count backwards, which sometimes can be a hard task. And then you can count back from 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 57. So that would leave us with 57 here. And then we want to go ahead and bring down our 9 because it's 9 inside of the box. Then our next step is to make sure we subtract the next place. There's a 7 in the tens place, which has a value of 70. So next we subtract 70 from our result. The ones place is really easy. 7 minus 0 is 7. So then I go to my tens place. I have 5, and it's not enough to take 7. So I go ahead and I box it in with the next place. That turns my 5 into 95. That's right. And then I can count back 7. Again, if you need your dots out here, go ahead and put your dots for 7. And count back. 95 is what we have. 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88. 95 minus 7 is 88. And we took both places. So we're left with the difference of 887. So 963 minus 76 equals 887. Okay, so that was our first example. Good, let's try another example. I'm going to move it up a little bit just so you can see. Let's try 646 minus 57. We can see that our ones, tens, and hundreds are lined up so that they're in the right place. And then we want to check. I see here that 6 isn't enough to take 7, 4 isn't enough to take 5, so I know that I'm going to have to do some work. So I'm going to rewrite this problem as 646 because I keep the top number, and I'm going to work at taking away, starting the place value in the ones place, and in the ones place I see the digit 7. So I'm going to subtract 7, making sure my ones are still lined up in the ones place. Okay. If you need the dots, you can put it here. Some people like to use their fingers. You can use your fingers as well. But if I count back, I don't have enough to take it from 6, but I can box it in and turn it into, that's right, 46. Give me a second. Let's get this camera focused again. There we go. We can turn that 6 into 46. And now I can count back 7 either with my dots or my fingers, or maybe you're at the point where you can count back in your head, and that's great. So if we count back, what I do know is that 7 is really close to 6. And if I took away 6, I would be at 40. So if I take away 1 more than 6, because 7's 1 more than 6, it would be 39. Very good. So 46 minus 7 would be 39. And then I bring down that hundreds place. That's 6. Awesome. Then I'm going to go ahead back over here and I'm going to see what I need to take next. A 5 in the tens place has a value of 50. So I'm going to subtract 50. 9 minus 0 is 9. 3 take away 5. I don't really have enough to do it. So I'm going to go over here and box in the next place. So I end up with 63 minus 5. Okay. Thinking about a little mental math, I know that 5 is 2 more than 3. So if I take 3, I end up at 60. And I take 2 more, that gives me 59, 58. 63 minus 5 is 58, which means that 646 minus 57 would be 589. And that would be the difference between those two numbers. Good. Let's try one more example together. Let's do 237. And we're going to take away 92. Okay. Again, we're going to check. If I have 7, yes, I can take 2. But if I have 3, can I take 9? I can't. So I know that I'm going to do some work. So I'm going to come out here on the side and rewrite this problem as 237. And we're going to start in the ones place. We're going to take away 2. Which we already know. 7 take away 2 is 5. And then we can bring down 230. So we end up with 235. Then I'm going to take away the tens place. A 9 in the tens place has a value of 90. So 5 minus 0 is, awesome, 5. 3 minus 9, right, you can't do that. So what do? Box in the next place with it. That turns that 3 into 23, and we can do 23 minus 9. Great, it equals 14. So I put it right here. And so we end up with 145. So the difference between 237 and 92 is 145. I hope that this will help you do 3-digit minus 2-digit subtraction. And this is how you use the box it in method. So I hope you got a little bit out of it. I hope that's able to help you tonight. And have a great night. Bye. That was another Divalicious education production. Be sure that you subscribe to my channel if you like my videos so that you can know when we upload more videos. And check out my website at thirdgradeI.weebly.com or my materials at teacherspayteachers.com/store/Divalicious. Thanks.